Yes.
Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Let's Educate My Mother-in-Law. Yes, you can age beer in barrels.
Okay.
Instead of in a metal cask, in a metal fermenter, you would put it in a barrel.
So then it doesn't
You
pick up
could you could put it in whiskey barrels, you could put it in gin barrels,
Would
you
it
could put it
taste
in
like
rum
whiskey
barrels.
then?
It'll pick up some of the flavors of the whiskey, yes.
And that's a
It'll pull
cool
it out.
idea.
Yeah, and it also pulls out residual alcohol. Because in Ontario, you can only brew your beer to a certain alcoholic percentage, but if you pull residual alcohol out of barrels,
It doesn't
there's
count.
nothing they can do about it.
Oh.
Anyway, this is from Nova Scotia, from
Sneaky.
Big Spruce. This is Rasputin's. This is their 2021 vintage, aged in rye whiskey. So we liked the you liked more the 2020 Glenora.
Listen, it was a bit better.
But what I'm saying is the 2021 you did not like.
The 2021 was terrible. It was pure
So
soy
the
sauce.
big question is, was it the barrel or was it the beer? And this will tell you if it was the barrel or the beer.
What?
Bet you $10 it's the beer.
I'm not making that bet.
Oh, because you're thinking that the other one was in the barrel too, and it tasted awful.
It was in a different type of barrel, but it was a 2021 vintage, and this is a 2021 vintage.
What that barrel was the other one in again? It was a
Glenora. And this one is rye whiskey.
I didn't
Now-
know the beer you aged it, like whiskey and that though. Like, you made it
And I
drink.
will tell you, you may be right, because this one has that soy sauce smell to it. Which usually comes when there's too much oxidation
Holy
and such.
shit. Holy fuck.
Yeah, let's try it. Cheers.
God, I hate you.
You know, when I bought your sister her engagement ring, that's not what you said.
Because I wanted her gone. Holy shit.
That is a lot better than the 2021 Lenora.
Mildly better.
So is it the barrel or the beer?
It's got a sweeter taste to it. But
It's got a sweeter taste, and it has more of a defined burnt finish, so the barrel was probably a little more charred.
still too strong though.
However, you do get that like thick, creamy soy sauce flavor, which usually comes once the stout has aged too much. And I mean, me and my buddies did a Sam Adams triple bock that was aged for it was a 30-year-old bottle of beer, and it had kind of the same flavor as this, which this shouldn't have after 2 years.
What it reminds me of is if you've ever had a Pop Shop black cherry flavor mixed with a stout.
Okay. I've never had that, but I can see where that would go.
But very strong. Like, it's very pungent. Again, I'd give it a 4.
And the key to these beers, and a lot of people get weirded out, and I do too, by vintages. In all honesty, you're paying more money because you're buying a vintage. I hate doing that because a beer is meant to be drank fresh. For the most part, it's meant to be drank fresh. I say for the most part because there is extenuating circumstances. But the thing with these barrel-aged beers is they seem to have a life where what you need to do is buy like 12 of them and have them on the exact same day for 12 years, because they do this like up and down. They get really good and then they get bad, and then they get really good and they get bad, and it's this weird thing. But I don't want to spend like $120 on 10 bottles of this beer for me to drink it sometimes good and sometimes bad. That's just the way it is.
It's not really like whiskey or wine where you need to age it. You really do. I mean, whiskey unaged is just, it's moonshine. It's white whiskey. There's no flavor to it. It's pure asshole. Like, it's just, pure fire.
The big difference in a lot of whiskey and a lot of beer, well, like aging whiskey and aging beer, is your beer normally is only sitting in a barrel for a couple months.
Yeah.
Your whiskey's sitting in the barrel for years.
Yeah.
Sometimes up to 30, sometimes up to 40.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 10 on this, though, for me, I'd probably give it a 6. I like it. I don't like it enough to ever pay the money for it.
I will say the change of barrel helped a bit.
Yes, you still get that syrupy sweet taste, though, that tells me that for the 2021, there was something in the recipe or something in the way they did it that I didn't like as much because I really did like the 2020. And the 2020 was also in a Glenora barrel.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Fish, I couldn't find her